You used to be a man. Now you're a dad. Congratulations. You've officially evolved from apex predator to human wallet with nipples. Let's not sugarcoat this. Being a father is brutal. It's not a job. It's a life sentence with no parole, and your warden is 3 feet tall, sticky, and cries when their toast is too toasty. You wanted to leave a legacy. Instead, you left peace, silence, and hot meals in the past. The moment that baby popped out, so did your freedom, sanity, and the last working part of your spine. Your name isn't even your name anymore. It's just Dad. Scream from across the house like you're a medieval servant with a degree in snack distribution. You thought you'd be the cool dad, the chill dad, the kind of dad who grills steaks shirtless and has a beer in one hand and a football in the other. But reality hits you like a diaper full of regret. You're not cool. You're tired, broke, and Googling, is it normal if my kid eats sand at 3 in the morning? Your day starts with screaming and ends with whisper yelling so you don't wake the gremlin you just spent 2 hours gaslighting into sleeping. In between, it's a blur of bodily fluids, emotional blackmail, and stepping on toys designed to cause maximum foot trauma. Breakfast, cold, coffee, reheated 4 times and still untouched. Bathroom break? Good luck, soldier. You haven't pooped alone since the first Avengers movie. Your kid treats closed doors like a personal challenge, fingers under the door, screaming through the keyhole. You could fake your death and they'd still find you. You used to have dreams, hobbies, a personality. Now your only hobby is holding a car seat like a CrossFit tire while praying your child doesn't projectile vomit on your one clean shirt. You listen to the same 5 songs on repeat, and if you even think about changing it, you'll trigger a Category 5 tantrum that'll make Chernobyl look like a campfire. Going anywhere requires preparation worthy of a moon landing. You don't leave the house, you deploy. Snacks, wipes, backup clothes, a tactical stroller, 4 binkies, that will all be rejected. And guess what? You'll still forget something. Probably your dignity. And speaking of things you forgot, your body. That's gone. Your back, wrecked, knees, shot. Your only form of cardio is chasing a half naked toddler who just found scissors and thinks the dog wants a haircut. Gym, your gym is carrying 40 pounds of screaming meat up the stairs because they're too tired to walk after running in circles for 6 hours. You're now the support class in a game you didn't sign up for. No one cares if you're sick, sad, or spiritually shattered. You could be bleeding from the eyes and still be asked to read The Very Hungry Caterpillar for the 12th time in one night, and God forbid you skip a page. That kid's got a memory like a CIA agent and will call you out mid sentence. Dinner time? It's not dinner. It's negotiation with a terrorist who thinks eating 1 pea entitles them to 2 cupcakes and a pony. You cook, they scream. You order out, they scream. You do nothing, they scream louder. You are now a line cook in a restaurant where the only menu item is disappointment. Discipline? That's cute. You try to be firm and suddenly you're mean and not my favorite parent anymore. You used to be their hero. Now you're just an unpaid chauffeur with boundary issues. They don't listen until you shout. And when you shout, you feel bad. Then they cry. Then you cry. Then no one knows what happened, but somehow you end up Venmoing someone for a Paw Patrol toy at 2 a.m. Romance? Dead. It didn't die peacefully. It was murdered, strangled by sleep deprivation and the smell of baby wipes. You and your partner used to be lovers. Now you're just two exhausted coworkers trying to keep a tiny dictator from licking electrical sockets. Date nights are now just collapsing on the couch, staring at your phones like two ghosts waiting for bedtime to hit so you can argue about who forgot to take the trash out. And sex? Oh ho ho. What's that? A fantasy. You try initiating, and your partner looks at you like you just asked to film a documentary. You can't even be hot anymore. You're dad hot, which just means you don't smell like spit up and your pants fit. Your house? It's not a house, it's a war zone sponsored by Fisher Price. There are toys in every room. You clean, they destroy. You organize, they riot. You step on a toy, you scream. And now you're the villain. You try to throw something out, and suddenly it's their favorite thing ever, even though it's a broken plastic spoon from 2 years ago. And let's talk about sleep, or rather, the myth of sleep, because sleep is a cruel joke now. You don't sleep. You enter a light coma and pray no one needs water, has a nightmare, or decides they're a morning person at 4 a.m. You used to dream of success. Now you dream of 5 consecutive hours of unconsciousness. The only time you get a break is when you send them to school. And even that's a gamble. You spend more time at the pediatrician than your actual job. You know your kids' poop schedules better than your own. You can identify mystery rashes like a medieval plague doctor, and you still get blamed for everything. Cold? Your fault. Broken toy? Your fault. Rain? Also, somehow your fault. You're not even allowed to be sick. The last time you had a fever, you still had to make dinner, change diapers, and act like the house wasn't on fire. Meanwhile, your kid gets a runny nose, and suddenly it's DEFCON 1 and everyone's Googling how to cure death. Financially, you're bleeding out. You thought having a kid would be expensive. No, it's a financial mugging every single day. Diapers, buy stock in them. Daycare, might as well sell a kidney. Birthday parties, you're paying $300 for someone in a dinosaur costume to make balloon swords while 10 sugar high goblins destroy your home. You used to save money. Now your bank account is a crime scene. And still, you're expected to be grateful, blessed. That's the word. You're blessed. You say it through clenched teeth while scraping Play Doh out of your carpet. You smile in family photos that you'll never print. You post on social media like everything's great, knowing full well you're one tantrum away from crying in a Target parking lot while holding a half eaten string cheese. And let's not forget how every single thing becomes a high stakes game of emotional roulette. You give them the red cup instead of the blue one, game over. Their toast has crust. You're dead to them. You looked at them too long, too short. You breathed in the same room as them while they were building a Lego tower. Pack your bags, you're banished. You used to be interesting. Now your main personality trait is being tired and owning cargo shorts. You can recite Moana word for word, but can't remember your own social security number. You know all the lyrics to Baby Shark, but forgot what your laugh sounds like. You are not okay. But that's fine, because being a dad means suffering silently while carrying 6 grocery bags in one hand and a screaming toddler in the other. You don't get praise, you don't get peace, you don't even get to poop in solitude, but you get to be dad, which is just Latin for the guy who will be blamed for everything from bad weather to therapy bills. And you do it every damn day. Not because it's rewarding, not because it's magical, but because at this point, you've already paid for the minivan and you're too tired to fight.